Hi, Leo. Happy birthday for our August babies. That's what we'll be doing today is reading for the sun, moon, and ascendant sign of Leo for August of 2021. Happy belated birthday to our little lions and lionesses whose birthday were last month in July. There's a few of you. Welcome. If this is your first time here at Secret Garden Tarot, welcome. Everybody is always welcome. Cross watchers, first time watchers, returning watchers, everybody is always welcome. If this is your first time here, please check out one of the other videos. Maybe there might be something, one of the older videos that has a message for you. If this is not your first time here, welcome back. There are more and more and more of you every single time I turn around. So thank you for your likes and shares and subscriptions and the comments. I will do my best if you do comment to respond back as quickly as I see your comment. So it's just me. So I do listen if you have constructive criticism. I do listen and I do respond back. So thank you for those people who have made suggestions. So away we go. This again will be for the month of August for the sun, moon, and ascendant sign of Leo. Oh my goodness. All right. So we have the Page of Pentacles as well as crossed by the Nine of Swords. So a little bit of tempered optimism there. Let's get the reading started. And I think for the clarifiers, well, the main spread, as usual, will be my little tin Morgan Greer tarot deck. The clarifiers, I will be using the Russian Tarot of St. Petersburg. There you go. I'm trying to use this deck more simply because I always got more of a money vibe off of this deck, but I'm trying to use it to make it a little bit more open. So you'll be seeing hopefully a lot of this one over the next few months, over the next few readings. Now, this is a reading specifically for the month of August, although I am reading in June. So I try to stay about a month ahead. So there might be a few things that, I'm sorry if you hear banging, I'm outside, my neighbors are doing stuff. There might be some energies left over. We are still in retrograde. So these are energies that may unfold over the next 4 to 6 weeks. And we'll get three more of the clarifiers, although we do have Temperance, which does indicate, well, it's the sign of Sagittarius that represents that card. So one of your fire sign brethren also indicates perfect timing because it is in the upright position. So let's see what we have. We have this kind of hindered optimism at the center of the spread. We do have the Page of Pentacles. It is younger energy. It's very optimistic energy, but we do have this kind of self-limiting Nine of Swords here. So maybe you're of two minds about a subject. You know, you want to be optimistic, you want to be forward looking, but you are still holding yourself back for whatever reason. All right, so let's see what we have. The base of the spread. Eight of Pentacles. Now, I was watching another reader, so while they have always indicated that this card, and that's how I traditionally read this card, is hard work, but it does have a lack of diversity in it. He's hard at work making those coins, doing that work, but that's all he's doing is coins. He's just making coins and making coins and making coins and making coins, and that's all he's doing. So that's another way to interpret this is, yes, you're working hard, but maybe those efforts could be spent doing other things besides making coins. Besides working towards a goal, you do need to keep your mind active and diversified. Keep your thought process diversified. Immediate past, Four of Swords. You get a lot of sword energy, a lot of air energy, at least so far. So this means it is in the immediate past, so you are perhaps coming out of this energy of rest, reflection. He is still in his armor, so he's ready to pop back up at any second. But he is resting, he's lying down, so this is in the past. Perhaps you are coming out of that energy. What's the top of the spread? What's crowning the spread? King of Rods. Okay. Your energy, Leo. Top of the spread. He's mature. He knows what his goals are. He knows what he is looking forward to. Again, he does have that optimistic energy that this Page of Pentacles has. He's forward looking. He's looking towards the future. He has his staff of wisdom. It is a mature staff. It does have leaves on it, at least in this iteration. He is still in his battle armor. He's got his helmet on, so he's not completely settled. He's not completely at rest. He is prepared for what is coming ahead. Let's see what's coming ahead here. Okay. There is more of that earth energy, more of that pentacle energy. So perhaps you are dealing with an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. But this always tells me that there is something that you're hanging on to closely to. A little bit of selfishness. Be it a person, be it a situation. You have been working on that financial situation very, very hard. So maybe you are clinging a little bit too closely to, making the money, and you're neglecting other areas of your life. I see nothing besides intellectualism and money, other than your own sign, other than this King of Wands, this King of Rods at the top of the spread. And even the one clarifier that has popped out already is a fire sign. So it is temperance. Timing is of the essence, but it does represent Sagittarius. So there might be something that is coming that you need to put some effort into, but we'll get to those in a moment. Let's see what your environment shows. More, maybe we do have let's start with the King of Swords. Again, forward looking. He is, again, the top of his suit, just like the King of Rods over here. He knows how to wield that intellectualism. He knows how to deal with thoughts and internal, not necessarily struggles, but he can see both sides. As you can see, this is a dual-edged sword. It's sharp on both sides and very pointy at the top. It's a very sharp sword. He tends to be a little bit more aggressive than his partner, the Queen of Swords. She tends to have, to very much use the sharpest side that faces out of that sword. But he uses both sides. He uses it defensively and aggressively. So he can attack, and they both can, but she tends to be a little bit more defensive. He tends to be a little bit more aggressive, so he uses it on both sides of that very sharp sword. But he can see both sides. Attorneys, judges, he can see both points of view, and he can see things. I'm sorry, it's I'll put my earbuds in a little louder. If somebody's banging, I apologize for that if you can hear that. Um, he is representing something that has two sides to it. And he can see both sides. He, again, can use both sides of that sword. Which leads us to this 10 of wands, 10 of rods in this deck. Putting down of a burden, completion of some sort of project or situation is coming to an end. And it's been weighing on you. It was something that you care very deeply about. Each of these swords is sprouting, or swords, wands, is sprouting leaves. So it's something that he's been carrying for a long time. Perhaps this is a job or what feels like a job, be it if it's something that you really, really cared about at one time, if it's a relationship, it's starting to feel like work. But again, you're kind of putting head over heart with this King of Swords. Let's see your hopes and your fears. Judgment, reunion, ultimate balance, although it is a 20, which breaks down to 2 10s. Completion. Completion and going full circle into a situation. You kind of want to see it not necessarily as an ending, but an opening of the next chapter. Be it with whatever this situation is or not. They are kind of unencumbered as they're coming out of that grave. They have no possessions at all. So if you're looking for a clean slate in this case, that might be coming. 5 of Swords. Yeah, cutting away something. Something is coming to you that is difficult, but it does need to be put aside. There is that air of the sun is setting on something, and you can kind of see that. Hopefully it will focus. The sun is setting on whatever situation this is. The battle is over. You're taking the spoils with you. So not necessarily the clean slate that you were looking at, but it is coming to an end, and maybe not in the way that you were hoping for, but it is coming that way. So let's take a look at these clarifiers. Again, we've already talked about the Temperance card, card of Sagittarius, something that you really, it's another fire sign, so something that you really, really care about. But it's time to move on. Another page, new starts, Page of Pentacles. So it's time to move forward to another relationship, another passion project, perhaps another job. Perhaps it is another fire sign. Like we have those clubs. Those are, in this deck, these are the rods. These are the wands. So this is another passion project, perhaps another person that's another fire sign. Perhaps a Sagittarius. Queen of Clubs, more fire energy. And we do have a partnership here. Maybe them different decks, but somebody that's a little bit more at your speed. Something that's a little bit piquing your interest a little bit more. She has all of the opportunities ahead of her. She is patiently she's working, she's sewing, she's embroidering, but she does have that wand set aside, ready to be picked up at any time. And let's see what else we have here. 3 of Clubs. Man, all right. So something or someone may be coming towards you that you are highly optimistic about. Another partnership of some kind. I don't really get a romantic feeling. I don't see any cups at all. So this may be a job opportunity or a volunteer position. Something that you are passionate about, but not necessarily in an emotional way. Something maybe political is coming your way, or an opportunity that that really, really piques your interest, Leo. I don't think that it's romance, although it could be. I do see that set, the king and the queen here. I think something that you had put a lot of work into, that you've been. I'm sorry about that, Leo, if you can hear that banging. Something that you have put a lot of thought and effort into, and perhaps you were determined to go down with the ship, as it were, but that's not really going to serve you. Maybe just not end on a bad note, whatever is coming to an end. It's just time to move on, as this temperance showed us. It's just time to move on, and that's okay. Sometimes things just happen. Sometimes things just end. They run their course, which is fine. But you've obviously taken a lot of time with this. You've taken a lot of effort. So, and now there's a chainsaw. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I will end it there since it's getting a little bit too loud. I think we've kind of covered everything, Leo. Happy birthday. I'll see you next time. Bye, family.